Hey guys, so today's video is going to be on the products and tools that you need to blow dry your hair. I'm really going to go into detail about brushes, products, tools that you need to get volume or to get control if you have a curly, frizzy hair, blow dryers, everything. So if you want to know how to blow dry your hair or the tools that you might need, then just keep watching. So I made my little notes. I had to refilm all of this because I forgot to mention some stuff, and then I was watching it and then I kept thinking of stuff that I could have said as well, stuff that I could have added to the video. But anyway, products. We're gonna start off with products. Products for curly hair and straight hair. So for curly hair or straight hair, the number one thing that you want to add to both either curly or straight hair is any type of serum or oil treatment to your hair. You always want to add a little bit of oil treatment, at least on your ends if they're really dry. If you have a perfect, healthy hair, virgin hair, then this is not necessary for you. But if you have color treated hair, bleached hair, which is kind of the same thing, dry ends or anything, go ahead and buy yourself a treatment oil. Those are really good. Even you can use them when your hair is wet or dry. Even if you're just gonna air dry it, it's always super healthy to leave in an oil treatment on your hair, because you always need that moisture. That's number one. Second, curly hair, you always need some sort of oil or some sort of smoothing cream. I will mention some down below. The place where I work at, we have this thing called Velvet Hammer, which is a product, it's a cream kind of thing, product that smooths out the hair, the really curly frizzy textured hair. I love it, and it smells really good. Sorry, my eye is bugging me. Yeah, I will mention some of the products down below though. And a heat protector. A heat protector you want to add to both either curly or straight hair. You are putting heat into your hair. It is better than obviously using tools, meaning a straightener or a curling iron. A lot of people say it's worse, but honestly, it's a lot better. I don't know why people keep saying that it's the same thing and blah yada yada. It is not the same thing. It is better to blow dry your hair. You will notice a difference. I used to straighten my hair back in high school not every day, but every other day or whatever, and my hair was so damaged. And when I started blow drying my hair, when I started cosmetology school, my hair completely changed. It's not as dead, it's not as drying, it's completely different. You will notice the difference. But yeah, if you have straight hair, you want to add, if you have straight hair and if you want a lot of volume when you blow dry your hair, you always want to get a volumizing shampoo one, or volumizing mousse, foam, whatever you need. This one is by Paul Mitchell. This one I really love. I used to work with this back in school. I really like it. I will mention other products down below that you guys could use to get a lot of volume on that hair if you have straight hair. Did I mention some heat protector? Yes, heat protector. You can use whatever, either heat protector, any split remedy. This one is by Tresemme. There's honestly a lot of products that you guys could use. This one is Redken. This one is supposed to save you some time on blow drying your hair, and it's also a heat protector for your hair. It also smells really good. But yeah, you guys can get any of these at CVS, Ulta, Walmart, Target, any of those places. Paul Mitchell, I know Paul Mitchell, they sell at CVS and a lot of other stores actually. So yeah, just make sure you get treatment oil for your ends, a heat protector, and then a smoothing cream if you have curly frizzy hair, or any volumizing shampoo or mousse or foam for your up in the crown if you have straight fine hair. Next, okay, rollers. These you want to use if you have really fine hair and if you want to get a lot of volume. These are the big ones. These, when I blow dry my hair, I don't really use them. I don't really need them. I have a lot of thick hair. I don't have that much anymore, but my hair is really thick, and it actually does hold the curl pretty well. So I don't really need it, but if I want extra volume, I do set some of those up in my mohawk section. So I set one right here, and then another one up in my crown. And then I blow dry the front, and then the mohawk, the back, and then I leave those there. I do my makeup, and then I take them off, and then they'll fall nicely right in place. But yeah, if you want to get rollers, these I got from Rite Aid, I believe, and they were like 10 bucks, which was really, really good. I've found other ones that were super expensive, and they were only like 6 of them or something, and these are 9 of them, so like $1 each pretty much, which is pretty good, I guess. And then you also want to get some clips, some of these, to hold in your rollers in place. If you have a lot of hair, they won't hold. If you have just a little bit of fine hair, they will hold. But yeah, if you want to get a lot of volume, you can put those on. You can put them on the whole head, so you can start blow drying your hair at the bottom and the back, and start rolling them. And you can put them on the whole head, let them sit while you do your makeup, and then remove them when you're done with your makeup, and they'll fall really, 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 really nicely. You can do only the mohawk section or just the crown section, depending on where you want that volume and if you want your curls to actually stay. A lot of times people will curl the hair, blow dry the hair with a brush, but they won't leave them, they won't set them. So when you take out the brush from the curl, they just automatically fall. When you use the rollers, they stay curl and they cool. The hair's still warm, so they'll cool down when the curl is already made. So it'll cool down with the curl already made. Therefore, when you take out the pin, the curl will be tighter and it'll last longer. So that helps a lot. Yeah, so the way you want to blow dry your hair at work, we start off at the front because that's what the client always sees first. We start off at the front and then we work our way back. If they want volume, we keep blow drying this part of your head, and then we finish at the bottom. It is a little harder that way to do it yourself though, so I don't recommend it to do it that way on your own. On your own, I do recommend to maybe start at the back. You don't have to do the front. I find it easier to just start at the back of your head, meaning this part, and then you work your way up. So you go like this, like this, like this, and then you do the front last. If your hair is kind of dry by the time that you're up here, you can just spray it a little bit with water and keep blow drying it. No big deal. So yeah, it's all really up to you if you want to start at the front, the back, whatever you want. Next, brushes. So there's 2 types of brushes. There's ceramic brushes and there's boar bristle brush. So ceramic brushes look like these. This is what most people use. The ceramic is made of ceramic, obviously, duh. But this works, it mimics a curling iron kind of thing. This is not a curling iron though. It's not a wand or anything. The brush itself is made of ceramic, therefore when you're blow drying, the blow dryer is obviously heating up the brush and the hair together. So when you're curling the hair, this is still warm. Therefore, this is pretty much the wand curling the hair. It's still warm, it's still warm, it's still warm. You curl the hair, you set it for like a couple seconds, and then you take out the curl once you're done. That's just why I'm saying it mimics a curling wand or whatever. sort of say. There's different sizes. The brush size depends on your hair length, meaning the longer the hair, the bigger the brush. So if you have long hair, like down to your butt or longer, you want to use a bigger brush, which would be kind of like this big. So it's a little bigger than a circle that you make with your own hand. Why? Because you're gonna go through the hair a lot faster than if you were to use a little brush like this one. Another thing, if you have hair, let's say about right here, short shoulder length, you can use a big brush. You will get through the hair a lot quicker, but you won't get any curl in there whatsoever. So it's all really up to you if you want to get curl or not. If you have short hair and if you want curl, you're going to use a smaller brush because that's going to go all around. Pretty much the hair actually goes around the brush. You will see once you start doing it. If you have, let's say, shoulder down but not down to your butt, medium length kind of thing, you want to use maybe a brush like this one, which is this big, probably like this big, or a little smaller but not as small as the puny one like this. I know there's one that's a little smaller than this one that I like using on myself just because it actually holds the curl a little bit better on there. So yeah, it's all really up to your length, but the longer the hair, the bigger the brush pretty much. But if you just want to curl, if you want to blow dry your hair pretty much straight, it doesn't really matter. Just don't use a tiny brush, a really small brush if you have long hair, because that will just take you forever. Another thing, yes, boar bristle. So if you have really curly frizzy hair, you want to use one of these. These babies are really good. They smooth out the hair really nicely. I used to not like working with these, but they work wonders if you have, let's say, textured hair, super frizzy hair. This baby would do wonders. There's times that you could use this and not have to go over it with a strainer, but there's a lot of different hair textures, obviously. With some people, you do have to go over it with a strainer, but some people you really don't if you know how to work with this. I would say to practice with this, but if you have frizzy hair, try to work with this one, because after you manage it, this thing is magic. Not even kidding. But one thing though, this one doesn't hold the curl as much. It is not made of ceramic, so it doesn't really hold the curl. It's going to be more of a softer curl looking. So what I do when I blow dry hair with that one, I usually just smooth out the hair with the boar bristle, and then I go in with the ceramic really quick, just warm up the hair, and then set it, and then take out the brush. That's what I do. But yeah, next, blow dryer. I left mine downstairs, but okay, my blow dryer, this is the one that I used to use before. I have a different one now. I will name it down below, and I'll recommend some for you guys. They do sell some at Ulta, CVS, Walmart, Target, wherever. I have actually not tried any of those from any drugstore. The one I had was from school, and then the other one I got was from Cosmoprof. That is a pro store. So I have not tried any from other stores. I will recommend some. The one I use at work is really good too. It could be a little pricey though, but yeah, I will mention them down below. Now, this little baby right here, a nozzle. I don't like using the nozzle when I blow dry hair. I find it easier for me only to blow dry hair without it. A lot of people like it. I don't. It actually does control the hair a lot better. But to me, I like it without it. If you're starting, I do recommend to use it. But me personally, I don't really like it. So, it doesn't really matter if you use it or not. It does not damage your hair more if you don't use it. It's the same heat coming out. It's the same temperature coming out. So, this one just pretty much controls the hair. I'm just saying. Anyway, so one thing you are gonna need clips to get your hair out of the way. One last thing. How long does it take me to blow dry my hair? Me, it takes me like 30 minutes. My hair, because I'm used to working with my hair. To do it on other person, it all really depends on how much hair you have. A lot of people take 45 minutes, an hour, longer than an hour. It all really depends on how much hair you have. If you have a little bit of hair, it might take you 20 minutes. It takes me 20 minutes to blow dry my mom's hair. She has literally no hair. She has a little bit of hair. So it all really depends on you and your hair texture, hair length, and everything. How long do blowouts last? Sometimes the more product you use, the more product you use, the less it'll last, just because product sometimes tends to weigh down your hair and it tends to get it a lot dirty. But yeah, sometimes me personally, the less product I use, the more my blow dry will last. It all really depends on you. I'm not a fan of dry shampoos. I just feel like it dirties my hair a lot more and I don't like the feeling of it, so I'm not a huge fan. But some people come into the salon where I work at and they come in once a week. They literally let their hair with the same blowout for a week, which I don't know how they do it, but you can make anything happen with products, dry shampoos or anything. So sometimes there's a lot of people that don't like products for the same reason, that they make your hair feel really, really dirty. Oh, it'll get oily really, really quick. If your scalp is oily, you don't want to put any oils on your scalp. Just leave it on your ends. If you play with your hair a lot, that's gonna make it not last that long either. The oils from your fingertips will make your hair oily, so try not to play with your hair that much if you want to make it last. There's a lot of things that make it last. And if you go to the gym, obviously it's not gonna last a week. It's only gonna last like a day or two. So it's all really up to you and up to the products that you use and all of that good stuff and your texture of your hair and length and everything. So yeah, I think I covered everything and most of the things that you need to know about blow drying and what you need to blow dry hair. So now I'm actually just gonna finish this up and then you guys can go watch my how to blow dry your hair video. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions or anything, please ask me down below and don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, thank you so much and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Okay, one thing I almost forgot that's really, really important. If you want to blow dry your hair straight, you always want to hold your brush this way. Horizontal, just going down like this, or going down with the hair this way, going like this. Always, if you want to blow dry it straight. If you want to build curl in it, you always want to use your brush like this. Forward and vertical. The brush has to be vertical. You're going to pull it out, brush, 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 brush. Always make sure your ends are sealed and dry completely. But yeah, straight, curly, straight, curly, and I will demonstrate how to do it in my next video. Bye.